Let's talk about racial stereotyping and misrepresentation across the media. As you can see from Krusty the Clown, this is a pretty big problem. So follow me as we learn not to do what Krusty does and represent diversity on the screen respectfully. In a chapter of their book, Stereotype, Realism, and the Struggle Over Representation, Ela Shohut and Robert Stam stated, "No deconstructionalist fervor should induce us to surrender the right to find certain films sociologically false or ideologically pernicious. To see Birth of a Nation, 1915, for example, as an objectively racist film, that films are only representations does not prevent them from having real effects in the world. Racist films can mobilize for the Ku Klux Klan or prepare the ground for retrograde social policy. Recognizing the inevitability and inescapability of representation does not mean, as Stuart Hall has put it, that nothing is at stake." These stereotypes and misrepresentations are heightening racial injustice and prejudice. And this has happened since the beginning of film. Even Disney did it sometimes with films like Song of the South, which looked like it was parading slavery. Song of the South is a lesson in why we need to be more careful and, all in all, more mindful when we're representing diversity on the screen, because we might end up hurting people if we don't learn this. And given the characters we have in modern day still that are stereotypes, I think there's still a lot of work to be done. One example of what not to do comes from a film from 1984.
What's happening, hot stuff?
I know it wasn't John Hughes' intention to be offensive with this character, but Long Duck Dong is a very offensive Asian stereotype, with all the mystification and done to him, even going as far to having a gong bang in the background when he drops down over the bunk bed, and the extremely heavy accent, and all the way through the movie they refer to him as the weird Chinese guy. This was all played for laughs, but it's still very, very hurtful. So in the end, we're left with one question, and that's, what can we do to stop misrepresentation and stereotype across the media? Well, there's only one solution. We have to stop being crusties, and we have to continue to reevaluate history. Look back at our mistakes, acknowledge that, well, we made them, and work towards improvements, knowing what portrayals not to do. I feel we are already starting to do this with the release of movies like Black Panther and the superhero genre. We're getting better representation for the black community, and with movies like The Hate You Give and This Is Us, we have black leads at the center who are given equal attention and are given minds, and they aren't just stereotypes or sidekicks to other characters. And that's moving in a positive direction, because again, we want to build a world of equality from the media, and we can't do that unless we fix the inherent racism that's going on the screen. Until then, we'll still have these misrepresentations and stereotypes which continue to mobilize racist movements and tendencies. So let's continue to look back so that doesn't happen. We need all of the media to give better representation for diversity. So let's all join together.